Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you how to upgrade a DrumIt 5 electronic drum set from the internal 4 giga SD memory card to a bigger one just by basically opening up the drum set and then with an extender bringing it outside so you can actually put any SD card you want. I'm not doing anything new. This is something that has been already discussed in the Two-Box unofficial forum. So I'm following Manfred's step-by-step guide. The only difference is that I'm just making a video. So for that, you will need a few things. First of all, you want to make a backup of your card, of your entire machine. So basically, you copy the entire content of the Two-Box inside your computer or your laptop. Just want to make sure that you copy everything exactly as it is. So if something happens, you have a backup. Especially because the sounds are less important, you can get them again, but all the settings for your pads are time consuming to do, so you don't want to lose them. Why do we do this modification? Is because I'm going to show you, if you look at a standard Two-Box, this is the version 1 by the way. Now the version 2 came out in end of last year, November 2019. This one comes with 4 giga, okay? However, if you go to unit and you go down to memory, as you can see, this flash is 4 giga and is already 92% used. Well, that's not nice. What do I do if I want new sounds? Well, that's why we're gonna do this modification, so you can have different SD cards and put them in and out depending on what you need to do. For example, for a concert, you have all your songs in a sequence, you can put them in and you don't need to worry about anything else. So also you can go up to 32 giga, so you can have many more sounds inside or songs or anything you need in a memory card. Basically, the machine already has an SD memory card inside. So what we are doing, we are basically buying one of these SD memory card extender, putting it inside, and then it's gonna come out this way. Then you can actually use it. The other advantage is that once the card is out, you can actually put it inside your computer and use the Two-Box software or something else to make all the modifications instead of plugging it via the USB cable, which is kind of not very fast and also a bit tedious, especially if your drum set is maybe in a location is not hard to reach. So with that, what do you need? You need some tools. So you need definitely gonna wear this here we go, this anti-static wristband, because you don't want to screw up your machine. We're gonna wear it. Don't need it now, but when I open the machine, it's useful to have. Then you need an extender. SD extender, when you buy it, they're very cheap. They do 4 or 5 pounds or $4 or $5. Make sure that on this side you have the SD and not the micro. The other thing you want to do after the backup is to make sure you this cable actually works. So I just did it before. I just plugged it into my Mac and then I plugged the SD memory card and it's already done. The other thing I did is to find an old SD memory card. Why old? Because this is an old machine, so the new card, they don't work. And I copied the entire content of this backup that I did on the computer here. So now I have a clone of the card that is inside, just with the difference that this is 8 instead of 4. By the way, to make a backup with the regular cable, it took forever. It took an hour and 20 minutes. While when I copied from the computer to this memory card straight into my SD card reader, it took 20 minutes. So you also have an idea why you want to have an SD memory card external, because you save time to do all the work you need to do. So with that, I'm gonna now switch off the machine, unplug it, of course. Then I generally do it switch on and off again for any current that is still around. I also have some other tools that can be useful. This is a cable tie that we see at the end, and also every time you take the bolts out, you want to make sure you don't lose them. So I have some place where you can put them. So with that, the first thing I do is, and I'm gonna of course make sure that the video is gonna be speed up, because you're otherwise kind of boring. Unfortunately, this is the sad story. We need to take out 18 of those. It's a lot of work. So this one I already unscrew it. So I have a Leatherman tool. I find it very useful because the Leatherman tool is, I like this plier because, as you can see, it doesn't ruin anything. And I'm gonna unscrew each of them first, and then by hand, so I don't ruin anything. I will take them out. So that's the first thing to do. I do not follow these steps by step perfectly like Manfred on the Toolbox unofficial forum, just because I prefer to take out this one first and then this screws later. So I will do that later on. But those are a lot. So let's see. Okay. So it's a bit tedious, but they're not very hard to take out. So now we need to do exactly the same on the other side. See, the Leatherman tool seems to be made perfectly for this job. Just go inside right here. Boom. There we go. All right. So let's just I know you want to do it only once. That's why you want to test everything before, especially the extender, because once you open the machine, you want to open it and close it only once in your lifetime. Okay, so now we're going to take them all out. I also don't take out the knobs right at the beginning, as Manfred is suggesting. I'm going to just eliminate those because there's a bit. I want to keep the machine as, I think it's easier this way. So this seemed a lot, but actually it's not. Okay. Here we go. Done. See here what it says. Okay, yeah, we need to unscrew these 4 in the Phillips screwdriver, small one. So, right, let's do this. Let me see if it's too small. Yeah, this is too big, so I need to find another one. problem. Okay, what's the smallest one here? Seems small enough. Yeah, perfect. So, one. And this is the first time I'm doing it, so just bear with me. If you're bored, you can speed up the video until you see what's inside. 3 and then 4. There you go. I'm gonna take out these ones. Very easy, as you can see. You just pull them straight up. No biggie. All right, this one leave it out. It can be useful. All right. And now we need to turn it around. Okay. And as you can see, we need to take out these 5 screws, which are a bit different. So I have another tool. This guy here. You can also use a regular screwdriver, but this one actually, they are like hexagonal, so this one seems to work well. So, and then I need another. You can see I have a lot. One. 2. 3. 4. So it's a way to rejuvenate and update your toolbox. Also, I would always get the latest firmware software on the machine before you do everything. So those are 5. Okay, woo, that was a lot. Now, just following here, you just need to gently lift up the front edge of the lower lip. Okay, front, there we go. And as you can see, because we already took out all those, see? Ah, there we go. Nice. So let me show you. So that's a panel, nothing fancy, but there it is. I'll put it here. No, let's put it here. Okay. And that's inside. However, look where the SD card is. It's right here. As you can imagine, not easy to take out. Actually, they made it very hard to take out. So that's why, unfortunately, we need to now unscrew more and unscrew all these other ones so we can actually access the card. So that's a tricky piece. All right. Let's plug this guy in a place which is here, maybe. There's no. Okay. No, this is not. Just gonna put it on the metal because I don't want to ruin. Yeah, the component, but it should be just metal, so a bit tricky here. You know what I can do? I just can't put the screw back here. There we go. It's the best way to do it, actually. There we go. And now more. So these are, let me see, they're exactly the same? Probably. Yes, so you can mix them. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a lot. Okay, be very careful. It's something I want to do on a nice weekend. There's no stress or anything else. Four more. Something to move. Okay. All right, almost there. See, what happens is that it's out. Okay. Huh. Let's see now. There we go. Look. I'm gonna show you. See the SD card? It's right here. There we go. Wow. That's it. That's the brain. And I just take it out. See? ATP Pro Max SD. Show it to you. There we go. So now we're gonna use the extender here. Just that. Boop. Goes inside. And we just need to put it back. So gently, of course. All right, see, coming out. So actually, I'm gonna put the screws by hand first. Then I'm gonna tighten because it's always the best way to do it. So you don't ruin anything with tools. Hopefully sure that the buttons, since this one buttons are not coming out right. Okay, they eventually, yeah, you need to. Let me put this one. There we go. I want to see what's going on here because these buttons. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure that. All right. I want to make sure that they are out, all of them. They're super useful. You cannot just. So, no. I'm sorry you don't see, but basically I'm just putting all the. Here we go. Screws back. And actually, before I gonna close it, I'm gonna see if this one is working. So I'm not gonna tighten all of them. I'm just going to make sure that that is plugged correctly. As you can see, there's very little space here, but should be okay. So missing 2. And so I'm gonna use exactly the same card. I don't want to use anything else at the moment because if that works, the real issue is to find a card which is old enough and not super fast to match this speed. And so I will put something on the notes, but long story short, if it works with the original card, it's already a win-win situation because you already have the ability to take it out, make changes and put it back. So just need to ask around if somebody has an old card to, you can even find it at bet on eBay or places like that. It's the toughest screw to put because it's very close to. Okay. How's that? Woo. Okay, so let's see if actually this is working. So what we do, we just gently, there we go. We put the original card, just look at the, and now this is something I'm doing live, so I didn't do it before. So this is the first time I'm opening the machine. I'm gonna see if this one switches on and we are okay. And also, just to be absolutely sure, I'm going to plug it to the headphones to make sure that there is sound coming out. I think this should be the headphone, but let's check. Phones is the one on top. All right. Gently, of course, because okay. All right. Ooh, where is that? There we go. Loading. Okay. Seems to work. Let's switch on the speakers. Yes! So, amazing. This is working. The original card is in. Now I need to do is to see if this other card with 8 giga, which is a copy exactly, is working. So I'm gonna do a test and then I need to close the machine, which of course I spare you the details for the video, but I'm super excited that this is working. I will show you how to fold the cable inside and then we are done. So let's switch off, of course, the machine. I'm gonna take the card out and put this one. And I have no idea if it's working, so let's see. This one is an exact clone. Let's see what happens. Okay. DrumIt 5. Not clear if it's working actually. No. See, this card is not working. See? Interesting. Probably too fast. So that's okay, because we still have the original one that you can. So we need to find just a card that works. And there's been some debate on the toolbox forum on which cards work. So I will put in the notes which one worked. This was a good experiment, and so that's what you need to do. But given this one is working, means that the extension is working. That's what you care about, and then you're gonna figure it out. And you couldn't do it before. That's the other issue. You couldn't do experiments before. You can do it only when you have the cable, the extender out. So switch off the machine, out the cable, on and off again. Take out the card, and now let's close the machine. But before we do that, we need to fold the cable inside. And so the way I'm going to do it, first I'm going to tighten all the screws, of course, making sure this one is not falling off. So there's going to be trial and errors to find the right cards. But I'm very excited because I already have the card out. So that saves me a lot of time. So I can use the toolbox software to make all the changes to my sounds and just save them. And by the way, the new machine that came out, the DrumIt 5 Mark II, guess what? They already have an SD card reader. They basically made a hole on the side of the machine. It's a different machine, it's black. And you can put in and out SD cards. So basically that's what we are doing. We are converting a V1 to a V2. Of course, the hardware is different. It's not going to be as powerful, and you know, everything is going to be less. All the other characteristics of the hardware cannot be changed, but we are just upgrading the software in a way that's giving more memory for the sounds. And everything else is the same. We go. So that's exactly what we're doing. And this is okay. Making sure you don't miss anything. Now, what I'm going to do is the following. Very gentle here. Is fold it this way, and I think it's gonna come out. Which way do we want me to come out? Huh. Can be like this. I think it's easier. Yeah. So I have this cable tie here, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to, so it doesn't go anywhere. I don't use tape just because tape eventually is gonna release the glue and everything. So just to keep it together, not too tight. That's enough. Just stay there. That's why you need the Leatherman tool. You can do pretty much anything you want with the Leatherman tool. Okay. Here we go. Yes. Okay. Now, what I need to do is to close the machine. So I will close the machine with these screws because we are done. And I stop the recording now, and then I will add a section with, I guess, the SD memory card. Okay, back, and now I actually, in the meantime, I tried this card, which is a SanDisk. I'm gonna put it in the notes. I just bought it, so you can still buy it. It's a SanDisk 32 giga SDHC UHS-I card, and guess what? It works amazing. 32 giga. This one was £6. Can you believe it? We went from 4 to 16. Now let's check. Let's go to unit. Memory. Look at that. 32 giga. I don't know if you can see it. 32 giga. Used 11%. 389. Excellent. It works. Now the only thing to do is here, before you finish, you put some either glue or double-side tape. I still need to figure it out what's the best way to do it. And now you are all set. Remember, this is something you want to do at your own risk. Definitely this 2-box is totally outside the warranty, because I bought this some years ago. And thanks to, again, let's check. You don't see here, but I'm just reading Manfred's step-by-step guide on the 2-box forum page, which unfortunately is not working at the moment. So I'm using the Wayback Machine to get the page, but everything is working as intended. I am super excited. I have 32 gig. I can put so much more, many more sounds, and I can do backup easily because now I can take the card out. Just need to be careful here that you have a very tiny. I'm gonna actually shut it off. I'm gonna show you exactly what happens here. Basically, let's switch off the speakers. Here we go. See, that's how it's gonna come out. Just that. It looks like it was almost made like this. The only difference is that, remember, these are without the white strip. So just remember, these three are the knobs, and this is for the level. But that's it, pretty much. Rejuvenated, updated, ready to go. So thank you for listening.